I've lived in New York City like almost 9 years now, and seen some things change already. Because the world's changing really fast, and New York is not immune to that. In fact, New York probably changes faster than any other place on the planet historically. They build things up really tall and tear them down all the time. And there's this tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of things that are old in that city. And I live around some of the older things, but because I live in Greenwich Village. But it's there were things a lot older than the 1830s, but the only, when you think about it, the only sort of large collection of buildings that aren't 20th century or later are the 1830s and 1840 buildings in the village. And everywhere else, all the 1600, 1700, stuff, that's all under layers and layers and layers and layers in New York City. When they dig New York City up, it's going to be really confusing. It's going to take them a long time to sort it out. Fascinated by those changes and how fast they happen. And some of it's just a natural part of, it's an evolution of, a place where people live, and where people have lived for a while now. And I don't know, I think it's the greatest city in the world. I really, truly believe that. And I've been to all of the cities that vie for that title. There's older ones and there's prettier ones, but I don't know. I mean, I moved to New York City for culture, pure and simple. I moved to live in a place where I could see live theater, any night of the week except Monday, and buy any book and see any movie. And I needed that at this point in my life to keep doing what I did. It was like sticking my finger in a light socket. It's why theater is the main reason that I moved there. That doesn't happen. There's only a handful of places where theater on that level happens, and it's not really close to what happens in New York. And it's actually been pretty good the last few years. There's a lot of junk, but there's been some really, really great stuff happening. The city itself, the things that I've learned about it, for instance, one of the big revelations for me is simple things like the whole existence of the East Coast deli, the idea of, the deli grocery, where there was open 24 hours a day on your block, where you could walk down and get kind of serious groceries in the middle of the night if you ran out of something and you were cooking. And you could get fresh flowers 24 hours a day. I mean, I fuck up constantly. That's coming really handy. And my neighborhood was an Italian neighborhood for a long time. And the grocers in my neighborhood, and in a lot of New York for years, it was sort of a tradition that those deli grocers were owned by people descended from people from Italy. And then that changed over by the time I started coming in. It was mostly people that had come from Korea. And there's a changeover going on right now because of the people that had come from Korea originally began to employ. And you're seeing, thank God, people from Mexico moving to New York City. There's halfway decent Mexican food in New York City. That's important. I'm from Texas. It's one of those things. It's made it possible for me to live there. But the trucks are still the deal. The restaurants are okay, but the trucks, check the trucks out. But now we got 7-Elevens coming in. And just as this new generation is taking over, I go pick my kid up at school, and there's a high school next door, and I watch those kids in there, and they're going in the 7-Eleven, they're not going in the deli. And I know that's the way it is, and that's the way the rest of the country is, but New York's not the rest of the country, and I really hate to see it happen. And I kind of hope it doesn't go the way that I'm afraid it's going to go. So this is for Mr. Kim, who runs the deli in my block. Living in a city of immigrants, I don't need to go traveling. Open the door and the world walks in. Living in a city of immigrants. Living in a city that never sleeps. Heart keeping 10,000 beats. Singing like city of black, city of white, city of light, city of innocence, city of sweat, city of tears, city of prayers, city of immigrants. Living in a city with the dreams of men, reach up to touch the sky and then tumble back down to earth again. Living in a city without quest. Living in a city where streets are paved with good intentions and the people's faith. Sacred promise, a statue made. Living in a city without a city of stone, city of steel, city of wheels, constantly spinning, city of bone, city of skin, city of pain, city of immigrants. That's the truth.